Hello everyone, Tanak here. Welcome to episode 72 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVE Online. Let's start with the progress report. You can see that the net worth of my character plus that of the corporations is now 228 billion ISK. If we go at the tracker here, we are at the highest we have ever been. This was the little drop following our welp. Now this one, we're back on track and progressing again. What you can see if we want to go into details here, Tanak climbed about 2 billion HISK this week. The biggest progression is obviously Toy Company, which are taxes mostly. Tanak, I got 2 person that used my referral link this week, so I got some money out of that. I actually sold them. I used Erica as trader halt, so I sold the cerebral accelerator I got and bought skill injectors. So you can see that Tanak here is now at 46 million skill point. So anyway, all in all, it's a pretty good progression. We are basically back on track. Liquid ISK is getting better, so we're not as tight as we were. That covered the actual net worth update. One thing you don't see in there, and I'm wondering how I could reflect like the progression, because it's starting to make a little less sense. There's member corp in the corporation, which are obviously I'm not putting that here. So the way this report is shaping up, it's basically the value of my character plus that of the executor corp of the alliance, and the other thing are just like holding shell for now. I'll keep running it as this just for continuity's sake, so that you guys can keep the progression. But as we're growing and becoming more integrated as an alliance, obviously that's not member wallet, that's not member corp wallet. You're seeing just a liquid ISK over which I would say I have direct control as the owner of the share of the corporation, or my director. And again, when we lose a ship, it doesn't come out of this unless it's a strata fleet that is paid by the alliance. So it's the number doesn't mean that much. And again, it's not like I could cash in on Gonzaras and sell the corp and I wouldn't do that, but it's not like I could, even if I wanted to. So it's just an indicator. So I'll keep running it as is, just for continuity's sake, and knowing and being transparent about what it is exactly and how it makes sense. HR, you can see here, we are very close to 500 player. We gained about 30 from last week. Again, these are active member. We do regular membership cleanup. I haven't done a big one recently, but they are people like, okay, you can see that, yeah, these characters, they do log in. So obviously there's alt in there. It's not just like, do you get PI halt, you get like spotter, and there's different types of character, but all in all, it's still a very it is a very active corp. If we look at the number again, once I showed you, a big way to see is divide this by that, multiply by 100, and it will give you a percent of active player. Paper Tiger are usually hanging around 10% or less. and corp that do active membership cleanup will be more above 30%. If you're getting above 30%, you're a good LT corp, in my opinion, and from what I've saw on grid. Again, there's still limit to that. As any indicator, there's always limit, because if you're, let's say, you can have a corp of active miner that never get involved into PvP, so you get a very healthy corp, but you'll have a low number here. So it's difficult to. I mean, you got to take these as just indicator, not like a high score in a video game. So for HR, we're growing a lot. We accepted an application to the Alliance a few hours ago. We've been discussing with that group, and it's a corp of about 100 character with about 30 warm body, if we go by the discussion that we have, that will join us in our null pocket. So it's very interesting. We're very eager to have these guys on board. Our new corp, Absolute, are actively involved with us, and they have been a great addition too. So all in all, it's been we keep growing, and it's looking very, very well for the future on that side. Military, we didn't have any major war this week after we've negotiated a ceasefire with Bender. So we're not blue with Bender. We still fight occasionally with them. We're just not entosing each other's system and not hitting our station, but we do fight. We do roam. They roam our space occasionally. We roam their space. So you will see kill from both sides. But basically, right now we're not actively involved in any war. But we do look for content where we find them. So not being actively involved in war means that we got to look for trouble ourselves so our PvP player have something to do. We do roam almost every night. If you look at our kill board, you'll see that we are very, very active. There's green and there's red every day. We're not winning all the time, obviously, but we are doing very, very well with roams. This is we're having a lot of fun. One thing that did happen, two things that are worth mentioning on the PvP side, because they're outside of the usual nightly roam. Volta space, which is pretty close to where we live. This area is Volta, but Volta is mostly lived in Fade here. So these are Volta system, and they got a new renter. So a new renter. I have the name here. I can Unbound Reborn or something like that. And they arrive earlier this week in Volta space. And since my guys were looking for something to do, we noticed that these guys, they have a streamer on. They have a streamer in their corp, Duck Got Game. Pretty fun stream, by the way. So a little shout out for him. So we decided to give him a little nullsec welcome. I will link this video here. They were streaming a mining fleet, and the guy who didn't have anything better to do at the time decided to bomb his stream and to hot drop them while they were doing their mining fleet. So I will link the video. Pretty interesting. We managed a few kills, and Volta reacted quickly and dispatched our bomber afterward. But all in all, it was just a fun fight and very great. So I'll link the video in the description so you guys can go watch it. So that was, I think, Wednesday, or Wednesday, I think. I wasn't there personally. Again, I missed some of these fights because I'm at work. I participate in some roam when I get on or later during the day, but this one happened Euro time. so that was one of the big fight. The other one, I told you last week that we managed to get the ADM up, so we earned our Drake fleet from our FC, who promised us if we could get all the ADM to 5 that we would get a Drake fleet. So we did get a Drake fleet, and well, I'll show you the battle report. I think that they went on a Drake roam. They encounter a little group that they killed, and then they got destroyed in toilet paper space. I'm happy that I didn't provide those ship. They were not SRP'd. It was just member doing their own thing, having fun with the Drakes. And that fleet got whelp. Again, I wasn't there during that fight. I will show you a little bit of our meme section of our Discord, because from what I understood, the guys were a little bit drunk when they went on the fleet. And you will see that, okay, so you will see a bunch of stuff of drunk people, Sylv especially, which is one of the Alliance director. Toilet paper just wiped the floor with them, but the guys had a lot of fun, and this is when I see the kill board, and this is basically what I did. And so the guys had fun, and Nem is our FC who wiped the Great Fleet. I'm not sure if he didn't actually do that on purpose, but whatever. Anyway, it was a lot of fun for the guys. So that's basically what we did military this week, is just for fun roam, a good time with the group. Industry, this I got a lot of stuff to tell you this week. Actually, industry is the industrial patch arrived this week, and it changed a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot. I was personally, I told you, I was building I was building a Rorqual, slowly with the loot I was getting from the ship, but that's no longer directly possible without buying, because all the blueprint change, the formula change. It's a great patch. I have already told you I'm not really a tutorial guy. I'm here to tell the story of how it affects me. So discussing the in detail change of the industry, maybe I'll do it, but that's not really what I want to do. One thing that we still do industry as a corp, so we do use a bunch of our tools. One of my favorite tool was Lazy Blacksmith, who got updated to reflect the new price. And if you just look at a revelation, a revelation that you could build with mineral before went from 2 bill to around 4 bill, and if you're looking at current prices, it's close to 14 bill to build a revelation, and you're losing money because the sell value is just not there, because nobody will buy it red at 15 bill. So this will adjust, definitely. What I think is you will have a lot more people setting up PI, because PI material, these are T4 PI material. So I think that you will have a lot of people setting up PI. Gas, our guys have been huffing gas all week. Most they're going into, we never used to like having wormhole in the pocket, because it means that the pocket was really busy, but now wormhole in the pocket are seen as an opportunity to go grab gas. So gas site, wormhole gas, we're huffing like crazy. I think every day there's a little expedition to go off some gas, which will be needed for reaction, biochemical reaction, the new reaction type that are needed to build those dreads. So Lazy Blacksmith was updated for that. If you want to check it out, it's a very good. I'll put the link in the description of Lazy Blacksmith. And there's a new tool that is pretty cool. Rav's work. It was talked about in Talking in Station. What I particularly like is that tree view, because you can see here all the component that you see in a tree view. So you'll see like, okay, I need the revelation, so I'll need these capital armor plate, and the capital armor plate, what do they need? They need all these material, and so you can see all the steps from beginning to the end on the tree on what is needed to build a cap. So this one is actually looks like a very, very good tool. So shout out to whoever made this. A very, very useful tool for industry, just to view in your head all that you'll need to build your capital. So when you're getting into those complex build job like dreads, they're very useful to do to have. And you'll see like these are moon mineral, not moon mineral, yeah, that's moon mineral here. So lots of very, very useful tool to get a view of exactly what you need. Production has become a lot more complex with that. I might get back into it. My game time is mostly, I would say, mostly Diplo at this point, and an alliance leadership. I'm getting a lot more value for my time invested in game by recruiting a new corp, or by making sure that our current member are happy, and that by streamlining, like discussing with the guy what process need to be improved in corp or in alliance to make the alliance more efficient, that I would do personally managing a production job. So I'm putting most of my focus on running the alliance, on my role as alliance leader, and on diplomacy, which is a part of my role. Again, I'm not the only Diplo here. We got alliance Diplo now, because we're becoming a larger team. So, and sometimes we're managing different contact. This is taking a lot of my time, but I still like to know how the industrial process works, because most of my guys are doing industry themselves, and I'll get into it a little bit, just to keep my knowledge up to date. And tools like this, Rav's work, Lazy Blacksmith, they help you out a lot. Again, don't take that as like a face value. I'm guessing that a lot of these material, the price will adapt. The price will adapt, and they will at some point they will stabilize to at a level where people can buy them, because you won't see dread climb all the way to 14 bill. People will not use them, so at some point you will reach an equilibrium between prices, material price and ship price, with some I'm rambling a little bit, but it's offer and demand, so it will adjust to, I think, to a lower price. It will definitely be higher than it was before. You won't see dread at 2 bill in the next month, but I venture to say that you will probably see dread stabilize around 5-6 bill. I expect that in the next 2-3 months, maybe. We'll see. So anyway, what it did for us on the industrial size is, yeah, it means that our guys did a lot of buffing, because most of these dread need gas now. We are installing a biochemical reactor this weekend, so we will be able in Pocket to run a biochemical reaction as well as composite reaction. So we will be able to continue to build our capital, which was always our goal here. So we do have our structure that are rigged for that, so we'll continue to do that. We installed a new, and we're pulling a new moon, so we got our 4th moon, and here to give you an example, to give you a little list, the green one are the material that we are pulling in pockets. So it's we got a bunch of reaction that we can do just with material that we're mining in pocket ourselves. And obviously the other part, we don't mine. We don't have moons that pull those basically directly. So the other one we have to import when we want to run these other types of reaction. So that's it for the industry. New moon, gas offing, biochemical reaction. So that's pretty much it. Politics. Politics has been very, very calm this week. We aren't involved in any war. We're neutral with most of the area here. So like toilet paper and Bander has been hitting quote a little bit, toilet paper supporting them. We have been roaming around the area. So we typically on a roam will do this, and we'll go back. We'll come back through fade and come back. So we're hitting all the neighbor. Sometimes we do roam in frat space. Sometimes we do roam in Volta space. So we're trying to distribute our love a little bit. So we aren't too aligned with one side, keeping our neutrality. The area, there was some entosis in the area, but that ended up with no system changing hand. KQK was entosis by Volta earlier this week, but I don't think there was a big fight to try to claim it. I haven't heard about a big fight there. And it's still Nolseshnaya Schlupen that is holding this system. So that's pretty much it for politics. What I expect, who knows? I don't have any information about a big shift or a big push coming in from either side. Again, I don't know everything. I do know. I do have some intel network, but I don't know. I haven't heard of a big push coming in from any side so far. For what can you expect in the next few weeks? Well, for us, it's obviously to adapt to the new production change, keep growing our corporation, keep growing our alliance. We are looking at different area for expansion, not only territorial, but I mean we are getting, we're not tight. We could still add like a lot of member in those systems. So I haven't had to deal with people telling me there's a lack of site. There's a lack of, all our systems are fully upgraded, so there's enough ratting site for everyone. There's enough mining site for everyone. Moon we can always get. We don't have, we get the most of our best moon are already pulled, but still we can still develop a little bit. But we are looking, just keeping an open mind on like where we could expand in the future. We do like it here, so I don't plan on moving the alliance all the way across the universe. And people that want to join us, because I do get a lot of people contacting me to join the alliance with their corp. We are not recruiting a personal corp in the alliance. We have a minimum of 10 active player to add a corp to the alliance. Simply because we don't want to have to add the added logistic of having a member corp for a personal corp. So I turned down a lot of people because of that, because they didn't have the member. So if they don't have 10 active player, and don't mean 10 active character, we mean actual warm body and seat, we usually redirect them to one of our member corp. because that's easier that way, to have less group with more member than a bunch of smaller group to manage for the ACL, for passing on information. It's a lot simpler when you got larger group. So if people want to join, we ask for that 10 active member. A real corp, we don't take alt corp anymore. We want this to be their main character, their main corp, and we want them to be committed to come and live in null space with us. So we are not looking at adding corp to the alliance that are ISEC corp or LowSec corp. We want people that will come and live in the null pocket with us. I got no interest in having a corp in the alliance that halfway across the map. Obviously, if there's like a real added value for the group, I might consider something else, but a real added value would be like a corp that is actively mining a lot in Torinos, for example. Yeah, maybe that I would think about that, but it's not something that we are looking for right now. We're mostly looking for people that want to come live in the pocket with us. So what you'll see next week is more growth. Obviously, what we're trying to do, more growth, crabbing, piling up our wallet. We want to have a good enough buffer that we can tolerate loss. We are phasing out our Mercurial doctrine because of the cost of these ships compared to what we're getting out of them. So we are going to move back to something that is a little less expensive in the future, just so that we can commit more easily to battle. So you basically got to adjust the price of your fleet compared to what you can afford to lose. So we're phasing out the Mercurial. We're introducing a new doctrine that I'll tell you about probably next week, or I'll wait till we use it before I tell you about it. So at least I won't spoil the fun for you. So that's about it for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I've been rambling a little bit, but that's bear with me. So a good fun week. Everybody's enjoying themselves, and hopefully it will keep continuing like that. See you guys next week. Bye bye.